reporting about the PEG tube. The PEG tube means is percutaneous endoscopic gastrostomy tube. So this is the
So again, PEG means percutaneous.
Percutaneous endoscopic gastrostomy tube.
Okay, let's take it one by one. What do you mean by gastrostomy? Lo. What is gastro?
Hindi po yung naano.
Yes, on the other side. Other side. Yes. Gastro means stomach. Gastrostomy, ano ngayon? Endoscopic?
Endoscopic gastrostomy tube.
Gastrostomy. Okay, gastro means stomach. What is ostomy? Ostomy. Sino nag-report ng ostomy care? Wala.
Ostomy to create an opening stomach.
Yes. So to create an opening. Opening of where?
Inside the body to the outside.
Which part of your body? What is gastro ulit, Luz? Means? Stomach. So this is the gastrostomy is the opening of stomach. Why do you have to open your stomach? What's the problem with these people with PEG?
If they can't eat or swallow the food,
Yes, because of what? Maybe,
they have cancer.
okay, maybe they have accident, maybe they have stroke or something. We don't know what happened. But unfortunately, those people with PEG are unable to eat like the normal people, right? So sometimes for nutrition purposes, the doctor will decide to open the stomach, create an ostomy to the gastric stomach, which means stomach. Now, what is endoscopic? Di ba PEG? Ano yung E? Endoscope. What is endoscopic? What does that mean? So when you say oscope, microscope, telescope, what is oscope?
Endoscopic.
There. She has an answer.
Endoscopic, a procedure that uses an endoscope to examine the inside of the body.
Okay.
It's a thin tube-like instrument with a light and a lens or for viewing.
Okay, yun. Stop na. So there's a tube that will be inserted into your body with a tube with a camera or a lens so that they can view from the TV. So endoscopic, meaning this is a opening to the tube using a camera or a lens that would guide the doctor in how to do the operations. What is percutaneous?
Percutaneous is a surgery to place a feeding tube.
Actually, guys, percutaneous only means through the skin or skin. So it will be an opening through the skin of the stomach using a tube or a camera to create an opening for surgery for patients with needs for nutrition. Okay, do you understand? PEG meaning percutaneous, endoscopic, gastrostomy. So this is not done by CNA, obviously, right? Doctor should be doing this, right? So just for your information, this is only for your information, for our information, so that we would understand what a PEG tube is. So basically, the PEG tube is just for feeding. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Pang kain lang siya. Okay.
For feeding only, a PEG tube is a feeding tube that is inserted into your stomach so that milk and medicine can be delivered directly in your stomach.
Okay.
It is needed for those who are unable to swallow or eat normally through the mouth because of certain conditions such as Parkinson's disease, motor neuron disease, head and neck cancer.
Oh.
So, a PEG tube is placed through the skin and stomach wall with the aid of endoscope. It is a short procedure that is usually done under moderate sedation. Typically, to stay, this one will be happening. You will go to the hospital and you will stay at least 1 day. So, during the stay, in the healthcare or professional will train and identified caregiver will train to identify that how to taking care of the PEG tube. After the procedure, the patient may experience some pain from the incision or cramping from the gas built up in your digestive system, but this should go away after 1 or 2 days. The doctor will advise you on when you can start to use the tube after insertion for the feeding and medicating.
Okay.
So I will now tell about how to use the peg tube to feed. So this is the bumper. You can see. So this one is the pump. Here's the external bumper which goes around the tube to prevent the tube from going farther into the stomach. There will be 15 to 30 centimeters, like this one, peg tube that comes out from the incision side. At the end is a balloon to anchor the tube inside the stomach, which you can see. Now, I'm going.
Parang yung sa catheter din, diba? Yung ba yun?
Sir, may balloon. It's a balloon like in the
For anchor, okay. And then?
And now, this one, how we prepare the
Food,
equipment
okay.
for the food.
Mhm.
So we need the syringe first, the water, the medication, and the milk. Yes. And then.
Well, actually, it depends. It depends on the doctor's order. It could be a blended food. It could be milk. It could be anything, but not pulburon, not meat, not like that. It's most of the time it's a blended or juice or soft that could be inserted into the tube.
Yes.
Okay. So now it's feeding time.
Yes. So I need to prepare the things, the potions, bed or chair,
Mhm.
so that first we need to wash our hands
To prevent
to prevent bacteria.
cross.
Cross.
Sige, kaya mo yan. Construction. Constipation.
Contamination. Constram.
Okay, kaya mo yan. Contaminate.
Contamination.
No, contaminate.
Contamination.
Yes.
Again, cross.
Cross-tamination.
No, cross contamination.
Cross-contamination.
Yes.
Cross-contamination.
Yes.
Ay, talaga naman.
So wash your hands and then
And then, after wipe the towel, you need to dry it.
which
Then,
one? Which one? Oh, hands. Oh, okay. Hindi pa pala siya tapos panghugas ng kamay. Okay, and then
We prepare already the
equipment to save time and energy, and then
So, for milk feed, please follow the regimen prescribed by your dietitian only. Use commercially prepared formula.
so the CNA or the caregiver will not be the one to prepare that, but the dietitian or yung mga from the pantry. Okay, and then so now it's ready. Naibigay na sa'yo yung milk, and then
But do not use homemade formula or add any of your own supplements, as it may increase the risk of bacterial infection or lead to blockage of the tube.
actually that is true, guys, especially if there's any tube that's inserted into your body, because it will be directly going through your body, right? So if you're the one eating it, like from the mouth, from your throat, and it goes into your stomach, so there's a layer of mga guards, mga police. But if it's inserted directly into your body, there's no more like agents to guard it from mga bacteria. That's why make sure that do not make a home cook or a homemade formula. Always buy it commercially that's in a pack, because the pack is sterile and it's been through parang sterilized.
Process.
Next.
The milk should be at room temperature during the feeding.
Not hot.
No, sir.
But I want it hot.
But maybe it depends. Or, no, sir, it depends the
Imagine you put hot in the stomach, so it should be room temperature. Not too cold and not too hot also.
The patient should sit at an angle of 30 to 45 degrees.
So not lying down, but it should be in like a semi-Fowler's position. Say Fowler's position.
Fowler position.
Yes.
Fowler.
Tony,
Tone Fowler.
Yes, Fowler's position. Okay.
During the milk feed and continue to be in this position for 5 to 10 minutes after the feeding.
Stop like that. Any types of feeding, guys, whether it's NGT, whether it's peg tube, as long as you're feeding, you do not let your patients lie down immediately, right? To prevent regurgitation or acid reflux. So they have to sit down. Minimum of how long? 15 minutes? Okay. And then?
And then open the cap of the feeding part and insert the end of the syringe into it. Wala akong picture.
Okay, kunin mo na yung, asan yung picture mo, tapos tanggalin mo yung syringe, i-attach mo daw siya sa tube. So, Mrs. Johnson, we'll go ahead and start your feeding now. Do you provide privacy also on this one? Huh? Close the curtains, then put towels also because sometimes it will like have mga leakage, ano ba tawag doon? Mga mumuho? Mga excess. So, prepare your patients. Let the patient wash their hands also. Actually, guys, for any types of feeding, you always let the patients feel like it's normal eating. So even if I am in coma, for example, in ICU, for example, you still you wash the patient's hands with wet towel, and then as if like I'm about to eat, so that in their mind they're really about to eat. Like also in this case. Okay, so now you have to attach the syringe to the tube. Tuy, tagalin mo yung needle. Mag-i-inject ka ba? Hindi. Gagamitin mo lang yung syringe kasi doon mo ilalagay yung gatas. Wala ka bang malaking syringe dyan? Actually guys, you don't use a syringe that small kasi imagine it will not fit there. The food will not fit there. It will take you forever. Use the bigger syringe. Okay lang yan. Tagalin mo yung needle. Ma'am, gutom na ako, ma'am. Ma'am, alas 10 na. You don't... Oh.
Ako matanggal.
Akin na nga. Oh, hawakan mo yan. Di ba may parang pabilog-bilog dyan? Ayan. Okay. So now you have to connect it to the tip of your peg tube. And then, tanggalin mo yung plunger. O kunwari lang, i-connect mo lang. Yan. Kunwari lang na-connect sila. And then?
Before the feeds or medication, make sure you flush the peg tube by pouring 30 ml of water. So, 30 ml of water of room temperature, and remember to do same after the feeds or medication. Do not mix the milk and medication. Pour the can of milk into the syringe. Flush the peg tube. Flush the peg tube with 30 ml of water. Reduce introduction of air into stomach by pouring water into the syringe before milk empties completely. Medication is the most cause of the blockage. During your hospital stay, your pharmacist will go through all your prescribed medication and advise you if any of them needs to be changed to a more suitable form that can go down the tube more easily and less likely to cause blockage. They will also provide advice on the correct way to handle the medicine when giving it through the tube. Medication should be given through the tube one at a time, and you should flush the tube with water before and after each medication. The pharmacist will be able to advise you the type of medicine to be given before or after the feed. So you should wash the feeding syringe with soap and water to keep it clean. That's finished.
Okay, so do it na. Oh. Sige. Oh. Okay, ma'am, I'm ready. So first, you connect it, and then?
Then I will put a water from the milk, room temperature at 30 ml. Then I will
Stop. So in this, look at this one. Okay, so the syringe is open, right? And the tube is connected to my stomach. According to her, your narrative, you should avoid the air from going inside my stomach. Otherwise, I will feel, what do you feel if you have a lot of air in your stomach? So, huh? But you feel bloated. So make sure that it's not exposed to the air ba, yung plunger. So the moment you take the plunger, always immediately put the water there.
Directly.
Oh. Yeah, don't let it expose for a while. So put 30 ml, okay? And then water, okay? And then done na. Ay, wala na tubig. Oh, wala, exposed na naman ng air.
Then after,
Close na. Oh, and then?
you need to wash first.
So what are you doing now by putting the water? What do you call that? Flushing?
Yeah.
Flushing.
Flush the peg tube with 30
Oh,
water.
say flushing.
Flush.
So every time there's an NGT or any types of tube that you have to give the patients, first is to flush the tube. Make sure that the tube is open ba the understand? Because sometimes there are mga residue there, right? From the medicine yesterday. So make sure that it's flowing properly by flushing it. Now, after flushing, put the ml of water. How many ml? Let's say 60 ml of water according to the doctor's order, right?
Yes.
Okay, put na. Okay, whatever. It depends on the doctor. 30 ml, 50 or 100 ml, it depends. Okay? So now you're putting the milk. And the milk is almost over. Over na. Hala. Tapos, what will you do? Hala, what na? What na milk? What na? What na?
Close it already.
Oh, wrong. What did you say in your ano? Flush and then milk and then?
The milk and then before and after. So that it will be.
Oh, where's the after now?
This is the after.
Oh, put the water. Oh, wala pa.
Lilinisin na siya mo.
Wala pa. Hindi pa nilinisan. Milk pa lang yun. So what is this now?
Water.
What are you doing now?
I'm just put flush.
What is that? Flushing. Very good. Flushing and then milk and then flushing. And then the doctor says you have to give a medicine. So now medicine. How do you put medicine now?
This is medicine.
Oh, kala ko ba flushing yun? So flushing and then meds. Where's the meds?
This one.
Okay, then put the meds. Oh. Can I put tablet there?
No.
So what will I do with the tablet?
We need to dissolve it.
Mm.
Then we will put it inside.
But you know, the doctor is usually giving a medicine that is intended for the peg tube, right? So either through the dextrose or if they're like syrup or in a form of liquid, obviously, right? So now you have to put the medicine. After medicine, what will you do?
Flush again.
Flush again. Okay, flush now. Grabe, ang dami ko ng tubig na nainom. Okay, and then after flushing, kalas.
That already. Then I will clean it. This one.
Oh, how to clean?
To remove this one.
Okay.
And then
You have to close that. The tube has a lid or parang a cover.
Cover.
Oh.
Close already.
To avoid the air from entering the stomach. Okay, and then?
And then we need to clean this one so that it will be stay clean. So that for the next time it will be you can use directly also. And to be nothing bacteria inside. Thank you.